Hello there, Zach Bulls and Andrew Sartori. If you don't know who we are the co-owners and co-founders of Gay Man Thriving. We help gay men master love. And as we prepare for the holiday season, we are wanting to come on and join you to really talk about how to guarantee yourself a better love life in 2025.
Yeah, this video is for you whether you're single or partnered. If you're single and you've never had a boyfriend before, if you're single now and you have had a lot of relationship experience, but dating is not going the way you would like it to, this video is for you.
Yes. We have, over the last 7 years, worked with thousands of gay men, hundreds one-on-one or small group settings, and more in our Facebook community and just in various just different programs that we've offered. And we've had a lot of experience in working with gay men and helping them create the thriving relationships that they seek. Gay men are the social group most likely to be single, most likely to die alone, most likely to have disconnection within their relationships for many reasons. And in this video, we want to talk to you whether you're single or in a relationship and really help you understand how you can have the most thriving love life in 2025 and beyond. And so if you're joining us live or catching the replay, please say hi down in the comments below. We love engaging with you as we make these videos. And ultimately, our mission is to help more gay men have the thriving, loving connection that we share. Andrew and I have gone through quite a bit in our 8-year relationship. We've learned a lot along the way. In addition to working with other gay men, we've had to do our own work, our own self-reflection. We've had to burn our relationship down and rebuild it anew multiple times to get to the place that we are today. And over the last year especially, I feel like we have just risen so much to help support gay men in a whole new level because of what we're embodying and experiencing in our own relationship. And so this video today is for you, whether you're single or in a relationship. If you're single and you're finding that no matter what you do, no matter how many apps you're on, no matter how many times you scroll through profiles, the conversations that you're having feel like they're just not taking off. You might be dating, you might be trying to meet men, but it seems like all the guys that you meet are emotionally unavailable or not able to really get past a hookup. Or if you're in a relationship and you feel like the distance between you and your partner is growing, if you feel like the spark that you once had is no longer there, if you feel like there's just this distance between you and you don't know how to fix it despite your best efforts, this video is for you today.
Yeah, we're about to talk about the common patterns that we see that stop men like you from having the kind of passionate, satisfying love life you really want. We're going to talk about so many of the things that we see incredible men like you trying. And when I say men like you, I mean someone who has a big heart, you're kind, you're caring, you really try to be the best version of yourself, you really care about other people, you have so much to offer, so much to give, and sometimes it can feel frustrating or defeating when you're not getting the kind of results you want in love, in relationships, or even marriage, if marriage is what you're wanting. So that's who this is for, no matter where you are in your love life right now. And we have created systems with science, like scientific systems and processes that can help you guarantee that your love life can only get better and better from this point forward when you trust the process. We're also going to talk about energetic attraction coaching and how it works. And what energetic attraction is, and how you can embody a more powerful, attractive, and magnetic energy. Because when you learn how to do this, it is like science, and we'll talk more about it. But things just get better and better and better in your love life, and frankly, every other area of your life as well.
Absolutely. And so whether you're single or in a relationship, if you're doing the best that you can to make these connections, I want you to understand that some of your efforts might be causing you to actually repel the very things that you want. as Andrew said, this video is for you if you have a big heart. And most of the men that we work with really do have this big heart, compassionate energy, which is a superpower of yours. And we don't want to take that away, but we want to help you understand how your overgiving nature might be in fact pushing away the very thing that you're wanting. Let's say that you're single and you're aware that gay dating is tough. There are a lot of challenges that we face as gay men when it comes to just meeting other quality men who are looking for something similar to what we want. If we want a long-term relationship, there's a lot of gay men out there looking for different things. And so you're probably aware of this. You've probably been on the apps. You've probably gone to clubs. You've probably tried to meet guys, and you found out that there's a lot of people looking for different things, right? And I understand how discouraging that can be. And so if you're single and when you meet a guy that you really like, it's really easy if you have that belief that they're few and far between, where you would put someone on a pedestal. You see a guy you really like, and so you try to say and do all the right things. You try to make yourself overly available. You try to be perfect and really be who you think he wants you to be so that you can have that fairy tale ending that you want so badly. But what I want to help you understand is when you put this guy on a pedestal, you're really setting him up to look down on you. When you prioritize someone else's wants and needs over your own without realizing it, you're really sending a more of a needy, desperate, clingy type of energy that's going to be very repelling for secure and confident gay men, but the very behavioral patterns that will attract guys who have more taker energy, guys who are a little more selfish and self-absorbed, kind of like the energy that I was in when Andrew and I first got together. He had more of the caregiver energy and I had more taker energy, and so we had a lot of codependency in the beginning of our relationship. But Andrew's overgiving nature, it really taught me to take him for granted, to not value and appreciate him because I believed that he would always be there for me. And so when you're meeting a guy and you exude this type of behavior, you might find yourself in a relationship, but you're setting yourself up for a one-sided transactional relationship that ultimately isn't sustainable. We had to do a lot of deep work to burn down that version of our relationship and start anew. And that really gets me to the point of, if you're in a relationship, if you're noticing there's distance growing between you and your partner as there were in our relationship, if you're noticing that you're trying to communicate with your partner that you would desire more intimacy, you want more quality time, you want more experiences together, you want that closeness that you once felt, or if you're trying to be very overly understanding and patient and considerate, if you find yourself kind of tiptoeing around to, still do and say all the right things so that you can win your partner's affection back, so that you can be who you think he wants you to be, or if you're putting on masks, trying to laugh at jokes even when you don't think they're funny, trying to be that guy that you think that he will respond better to, this is also the dynamic that, without realizing it, your efforts are pushing him away. You're causing him to take you for granted. When you're communicating your wants and needs, it's often going to make him feel cornered and pressured, and it's not going to incite the desire and that passion that you're wanting. When he sees you overgiving and trying too hard and being overly available, overly accommodating like Andrew was for the first few years in our relationship, you're teaching your partner to take you for granted, to expect you to always be overly giving and overly serving. Or when you're putting on masks trying to be perfect, it doesn't allow you to create that authenticity. And so these actions, these efforts are the very things that are blocking you from having that deep, fiery, passionate spark. Or if you're single, these very efforts are blocking you from having the balanced, loving, reciprocal connection with a man that is your equal. What would you like to add to that?
Yeah, I'd love to add that after 7 years of working with so many guys, we have found that the energetic patterns that men in relationships have that block you from having the kind of romance you want are actually the same exact energetic patterns that single men have. And Zach was just talking about it. It's so much of it comes down to being able to prioritize yourself, prioritize your own thoughts, your own emotions, making yourself the most important person in your entire life. And when you can learn how to do that, and a lot of it is learning how to source a lot of your happiness and joy from within. When you learn how to do that, to feel incredible, no matter where you are, no matter who you're with, you actually become a magnet to the kind of people and men that are drawn to you when you're thriving as much as possible. Because the person you want to enjoy a lifelong relationship with, a life partnership with, you want someone who wants to see you thrive. You want someone who's going to support you in your dreams and your desires. And we see so many men settle for someone who's not doing those things. And it doesn't necessarily mean if you're in a relationship right now and your partner is not doing those things, it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, you need to break up and find a new partner. No, we recommend optimizing your own energy first and foremost, learning how to love yourself even more, learn how to thrive even more, enjoy yourself even more, shift the way you're being. It's not so much about looking at what to do or what to say differently, not like how can I study for the test so I can get the result. It's how can I be my most powerful, authentic, vibrant self. And then so many times we've seen guys, their partner just makes changes.
Yeah.
And their partners change to adapt to meet the new version of you. And it's actually not a new version of you. It's a more authentic, truer version of you that you just weren't fully accessing and embodying until you really made it a priority.
Exactly. So beautifully said, honey.
And thank you. And so this is what we help men do, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're single, because it's the same. And no matter where you are, when you start doing this work, it's perfect, because if you're single and you're doing it, then your relationships at the beginning are just going to be better and better and better. And you're not going to create the kind of patterns that Zach and I created when we first got together, and you're not going to create the kind of patterns and relationship struggles that our clients are having in relationships, whether they've been in the relationship for a year, 5 years, or even longer than that.
Absolutely. And this is what we have overcome and what we've helped so many other gay men overcome are these energetic patterns, these self-sabotaging energetic patterns stemming from deep programming from childhood and from all of your life experiences that have shaped the way that you see yourself, that you see the world. When you believe having a quality relationship is rare, it causes you to act in these ways that makes you try really hard, that makes you feel like you have to self-sacrifice and settle and tolerate and conform yourself to be who you think you need to be to get what you most want. And so you put all your efforts into how you look, into saying and doing the right things. And it's not that we don't want you to care about, how you're presenting yourself or how you look, but there's something so much more important to be focusing on, and that's you and how you feel about yourself, your relationship with yourself that goes so much deeper than what you're putting on the outside. And we've worked with a lot of gay men who have, perhaps worked with a matchmaker, they're going to therapy, they're doing the personal development and all the things, and all of those are wonderful things, but it's about really learning how to harness your unique energetic attraction. That is at the core of what's going to help you create that lasting, meaningful connection that you most desire. That's what Andrew and I have both had to do in our own unique ways to get to the point where we are today. Andrew had to do what he described so beautifully, which was learn to really prioritize himself above all else. And that meant breaking out of that caregiver energy that made him think he needed to prioritize everybody else, to feel important, to feel valuable, to feel like he was making a difference in this world. And what he's found is that, I hope you don't mind me speaking for you, but in doing this work, what you found was when you stopped prioritizing everyone else's needs ahead of your own, then you attract the higher energetic frequencies within other people, and invited them to meet you up here in more balanced, reciprocal, healthy connections. And that's when I saw you stop putting me on a pedestal and stop sacrificing yourself for me, it made me see you differently. And that's when I had to do my own work, which was quite a journey to learn how to stop relying on him to be the caregiver in our relationship. And it caused me to realize, wow, I could lose Andrew. He's not always going to be there for me no matter what. And it gave me an opportunity to see him through a different lens where I started respecting him more and appreciating him more. All the things that I took for granted, I started to value and really recognize as the gifts that they were.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing all of this, Zach. And it got to a point where, because my own energetic patterns were creating the kind of dynamic where I was in a relationship with someone who wasn't fully valuing me or appreciating me. So I got to take ownership and responsibility for that instead of saying, oh, Zach's not appreciating me, blah, blah, blah. Instead of whining about what he's doing, actually, I created this in my reality. And so I got to raise my standards for myself. I got to raise the standards in terms of what I was available for, what I was not available for. And I really started elevating my energy more and more. And I also knew that, okay, I'm choosing to do this whether or not Zach makes any changes at all. And if Zach does not meet me where I'm at, then I know I'm going to be perfectly fine if the relationship does not last. And that was such an important, I cannot emphasize it enough, important part of us actually getting to have the kind of relationship we now have today. Literally being willing to lose the relationship if it wasn't meeting my highest standards.
Yeah, and I know I didn't make that change easy for you, because I was used to Andrew being the overgiver in the relationship. I was very comfortable taking advantage of his kindness and his generosity. And so this isn't an easy journey. It's not flipping a switch. I did everything that I could. I mean, this was a while back, but I can own now that I've worked through it. I did everything that I could to try to keep Andrew in that place of prioritizing me. And I tried to make him feel guilty. I tried to, throw fits and all the things and withhold love. But when I saw that none of my tactics were working anymore, it made me realize, like, I have to change. I either have to find someone else to take care of me, or I have to really do the deep work within myself to break out of these patterns, because his standards were high, so much higher than they were before. And I knew that I wasn't living up to those standards. He wasn't playing games. He wasn't playing hard to get. He wasn't trying to wait for me and guide me to rise him at a higher level. It felt so wildly uncomfortable for me. But it's what allowed us to get to where we are today. It's what really set the wheels in motion for us both to rise to the occasion. And now that we get to enjoy a balanced, loving, thriving relationship that's built on mutual respect, mutual admiration, mutual trust. And the spark and the chemistry and the passion and the intimacy just keeps getting better and better, because I know that he's a constantly evolving being, and I don't take him for granted anymore. I get to have the safety and the intimacy and the trust that we are a team and we're committed to one another. But I also know that, we're both constantly growing and evolving. And so that's where the spark and the newness and the eroticism and the passion and just that magnetic energy keeps thriving in our relationship because of that balance that we've created.
Yeah. Yes. And so I want to make some of these things really practical. And a lot of these things are very high level and take time to make the shifts. So don't expect yourself to be able to integrate all of this just because you watch this video. In fact, that's why we have energetic attraction coaching. And in full transparency, when I was making all of these shifts and changes, I had coaches that were helping me. And I don't know that I would have been able to do it without the support of amazing coaches And in also full transparency, Zach did not want me to work with those coaches.
Right.
He tried to get me to fire my coaches because he didn't like how much I was changing.
Yeah.
But I had to prioritize myself and my own happiness because I understand that everything that I'm experiencing in my life is an energetic match and a reflection of me and my own energy. And so everything that's happening in your life, the things that are really great that you love and enjoy, and also the things that you're not loving and enjoying, is a reflection of your own energy and your own way of being. And so in 2025, if you can up-level and shift your energy, you will absolutely, especially in the area of love and romance, you can guarantee yourself that your love life is only going to get better. And so practically, this means things like letting go of fear of rejection, not giving any power to fear of rejection, and feeling super solid and confident even if people are rejecting you, letting go of fear of judgment, letting go of the fear of being alone. Like, these are all things that I had to work on in my relationship, and the results have been amazing. It also means really increasing your sense of self-worth and self-love, and seeing yourself as like the most incredible, beautiful, magnificent, radiant man on earth. Like, literally, not allowing yourself to think that there's any guy out there that is more attractive than you, that is better than you, because nobody is. Like, you are the most amazing, incredible, authentic version of you. There's no one out there on the planet that is like you.
Right.
And you are so worthy of love and so capable of love just as much as anybody else. And so it's really about learning how to hold yourself in a high, high, high regard, and then allowing yourself to connect with people from that energy who treat you with the highest amount of respect and love that you are worthy of.
Absolutely. And this is why when we work with our clients, we help them get to the root cause of what's blocking them from being okay with rejection and judgment, because those things are out there. It's not someone not wanting to be with you that can make you feel bad. It's what you make that mean. And when you step into your unique energetic attraction and realize you are the only version of you on this planet, and step into your light instead of trying to compete with other guys or put yourself into a mold or scramble to earn someone's attention and affection, you are owning your worth. You set high standards for yourself. And this is what we do with our clients. So many men have gone through this program. Hundreds of gay men have gone through energetic attraction coaching, and many of them today are married to their partners, in their dream relationships, living with their boyfriends, just experiencing more love and connection and intimacy than they ever imagined they could before, because they learned how to let go of this fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of being alone. They learned how to step into building authentic trust and confidence in themselves, building self-worth, building self-respect, so that when it came to meeting really great guys, they weren't willing to conform or sacrifice or settle or walk on eggshells. They weren't willing to ignore their standards and requirements. They were willing to set healthy boundaries and confidently express their wants, their needs, their desires, so that they could really start building that magnetic, authentic connection with people that they've built incredible relationships with. And this is what's possible when you do this work. We are the #1 gay dating and relationship coaches that I'm aware of on this planet. And I don't know of any other organizations that's helped more gay men, as we have at Gay Men Thriving, achieve their desire for passionate, loving connection. And right now, we're offering an incredible opportunity for those of you who want to do this work. And for those of you in relationships, your partners, if you're the caregiver in the relationship, your partner's probably not going to be thrilled about you doing this work. So when you think, I have to ask my partner first, you might want to second guess that, because remember, as Andrew said, I did not want him to do this work. I wanted things to stay the way that they were because I was getting my way. But for those of you who want more, whether you're single or in a relationship, if you desire that deep, fiery romance that doesn't just last but stands the test of time, that grows stronger over time, if you want to embody that sense of trust and confidence and self-worth so that you can continue building a deepness and closeness with the guys that you're dating, with the guys that you end up having relationships with, when you find that person that you want to share the rest of your life with, there are important tools and skills for you to learn. And this is what we teach our clients in energetic attraction coaching. We teach you how to build that unshakable self-confidence, that self-trust, teach you to be fully secure in yourself so that you can align your actions and behaviors with what you purely desire. We teach you the preventative tools, the daily rituals, and the strategies to use in the moment when you're out in the world and conflicts and speed bumps and hurdles present themselves, because there's no shortage of challenges out in the world. But when you master and embody your unique energetic attraction, those things don't faze you. And this is at the core of what we teach, along with helping you access that self-confidence and trust to articulate your wants and needs and desires. We teach you the communication skills, what I call courageous communication skills, so that you can not just find the guy or start the relationship, but deepen the relationship. Our level of communication is what helps us continue to grow. We had to do the energetic work first. That's the core foundation. But then we also help you master the communication skills so that you can navigate the conflicts that will come up in any relationship, so that you can learn how to truly see each other and hear each other. When Andrew and I have disagreements, and we do pretty frequently, we're both very passionate, we're both human, but we grow deeper and deeper because we've learned how to come together, resolve conflicts from an empowered way without reacting. We've learned how to respond mindfully. And every time that we have a disagreement, I feel like we end up becoming closer because we're able to see each other in a new way. We're able to truly hear each other because we care about each other. And this is how we continue getting to know each other more and more deeply, because we are doing the energetic work and we have the mastery of communication skills. This is all included in the 3-month energetic attraction coaching program. And right now we're offering this, which was once a $7,500 program.
Can you share a little more specifics of how it works?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so we've been offering this program for a while now, and the guys, I think of guys like Jamie, who had not been on a date in 20 years, and in less than a year of working with us, he met his fiance, got engaged, and they've been married since 2020. It happened in the pandemic, actually.
The marriage, yeah.
Yeah, the wedding was in the pandemic, and they're traveling the world together, having so much fun. I think of Mr. Ron Lieberman, who had given up on dating his whole life, and now it had been years since he had given up on dating as well.
Yeah.
Had given up hope, but something inside of him told him to try. And he started dating again for the first time in a long time, met lots of guys, had so many interesting dates. He also would get ghosted, all the things, but he stayed the path. He kept working on his energy. Now he's together with Jim, and they are so, so happy together, spending part-time in Pennsylvania, and sometimes they live in New York. And there are so many stories like this. And it's been our goal to make results like these as systematic and easy as possible. Ultimately, what we want is we want you to have more fun, and we want it to be easier for you. We want to help it be easier for you. And sometimes it's not easy at first when you're starting to make changes, but we've created systems and environments to help you thrive. And so what you get in the Energetic Attraction Coaching Program, first you get a community of like-minded men who are there to love and support and encourage you. Sometimes guys meet partners in our program. Guys very often meet lifelong friends in our program. So those are fun bonuses that are possible and available for you. But ultimately you have a community where you can share your thoughts, your feelings, where you can learn from each other. You get to learn from what other people are experiencing. You get to see other people celebrate their wins and victories, and that gets to inspire you. You get access to a weekly group coaching call where you can show up, you can ask questions, you can let us know what is happening, and we can help steer you and help you figure out the best energy and strategy and how to move forward. And you also get our curriculum, our energetic attraction curriculum, which we have created, and we're continuously making improvements for it. And we're also really excited about, we're building a new lifelong graduate community for men who have graduated from this program, so we can help you stay connected and continue just receiving lifelong value for as long as we are running the energetic attraction coaching program, which we're planning to do for quite some time.
Yes. If you have tried your best, if you have put yourself out there, if you're communicating with your partners what you're wanting, what you're needing, if you're single and on the apps and trying to meet guys and doing everything that you think you know to do, I want to let you know you haven't tried everything yet, because this program is unique and it is designed to help you put all of the pieces together. We know that you're out there doing your best, and we know that you want this, and we know that it's not that you're not trying, but we also know how hard it is for gay men to have that thriving relationship that grows stronger over time. We know how rare it is, and that's why 7 years ago we created Gay Man Thriving, to help gay men like you have the type of relationship that we all want, that we all desire, that we've created for ourselves. We want to help you get to that place. And right now we're offering this incredible 3-month program at a lower price than we've ever offered before, because we want to make this more accessible and more affordable for gay men all over the world to be able to experience this profound shift, this profound internal transformation, so that you can start creating the relationships that you truly desire, so that you can embody your unique energetic attraction and have that joyful, fulfilling life that we all desire and all deserve as gay men. And so for a limited time, until the end of December, we're offering energetic attraction coaching for a very special price of $2,500, and we have different payment plans available. This was a $7,500 program. We've decided to slash the prices because we want to help more men like you have the results that we know we can help you achieve.
And not only is it that we want to help more men like you, we are more excited about this than we have ever been before because of the shifts and changes that we've been through. And we're now, we haven't been offering the group program for some time. We've only been doing one-on-one coaching, which is a lot more than $7,500. And we're so excited about where we are, and we're ready to relaunch energetic attraction coaching from a new energy, from an energy that's more impactful, more positive, more effective than ever before. And we want it to be as easy as possible for more of you to say yes and get on board with this brand new revamped version of a program that, like Zach said, and I believe has been the best in the world at helping gay men master their love lives. And a lot of our clients have been therapists or psychologists, doctors, lawyers, college professors. A lot of our clients have been really brilliant and smart people. Our clients have been retired men. Our clients have been students. We've served men anywhere from their early 20s to their mid-80s. We've had, mid-80s. All ages. And it works when you have an open mind, an open heart, you want to learn, and you want to be the most magnificent, fun, authentic version of yourself, and you're committed to implementing and just trying some new things that you also understand why you're doing it. It's really quite amazing, and I like the word magical. It's really magical what you can experience when you master your next level of energetic attraction.
Yes. So if you want to take advantage of this special opportunity, everyone who applies before the end of December is eligible to receive the $2,500 discounted price.
Apply before December or sign up before December? I think it's sign up before December.
Apply and sign up before December. So type energy down in the comments below.
Before December 31st.
Before December 31st, excuse me. So type energy down in the comments below if you desire to take advantage of this special opportunity, and we'll send you more information and chat to make sure this is a good fit for you.
Yeah.
This is a life-changing experience, and I would love to support you to have the type of loving connection that you most desire. You are capable. No matter how old you are, no matter where you live, no matter what you've been through in the past, this program and the guidance of our support during the weekly coaching calls, the tools and curriculum, the community will help meet you where you're at, help you break through the patterns that are keeping you stuck, keeping you from having what you're truly wanting, help you stand into your big king energy and create the thriving relationships and connections that you most desire. Type energy in the comments below if you want to explore this unique opportunity.
Yeah, and just a few more details. We officially are starting the group aspect of the program at some point in February. That's the plan. And when you do enroll, you get access to materials right away. So the price is going to be going up on January 1st. So this is the lowest price it's ever going to be right now. And when you sign up sooner, you can start enjoying the benefits sooner as well. So we're wanting to give you all the incentives to make it as easy as possible. We know it's the holiday season, and we know sometimes that's stressful for people. And we want to just help you have a path that when you say yes to this path and you're committed and on this path, you are going to guarantee yourself that in 2025, you're going to experience more love and more joy in relationships than you ever have before.
Yes. Wishing you all a beautiful holiday season. Gift yourself this experience. This will be the best investment you've ever made in yourself. I look forward to supporting you in the new year. Bye for now.